Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Final Fantasy XVI. Last time we left off we got Joshua in the party, and I'm gonna try to knock a episode out real quick here. My PlayStation controller actually doesn't have a lot of charge, but I haven't had an opportunity to charge it because if I try to charge my controller while I'm like recording other things, my PlayStation, the PlayStation controller's mic will activate, and that potentially screws things up, so. Can I ever tell you about the time I flew all the way to the bottom of Zemeckis Basin?
What did you find down there?
A deeper understanding, Kupo. From the outside, it seems so mysterious. Where does the water go to? Why does it never fill up? And what's behind the waterfalls? Those are the questions I flew in to find the answers to, Kupo, but instead, I found out something about myself. I can't swim, Kupo. At least you can fly. Alright. But yeah, I would plug it up to my PlayStation, but I actually don't have a cable long enough to make that viable. Okay, the pack. A team of Cursebreakers traveling through Tabor to the fields of Carava are met by a group of hunters from the village, warned them not to stray too far from the main road, for in a gully not far hence rested a pack of wolves that even such practiced hunters as they would not dare to wake. Despite the fine luster of the animals' pelts, too many of their friends had succumbed to temptation, only to be torn limb from limb. So, south of Tabor. South of Tabor, and then there's this S-rank one, too. Alright, we'll look into that. Blackthorn does not have anything new, but we do have a bunch of side quests to go investigate. So, let's do just that, why don't we? Looks like one of these is tomes. We also have you right over here. Hello.
Seems the hideaway's lost
blasted
its
book.
appetite. Can you blame them?
Recipe book?
Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it. I need a hand with a recipe.
Are you sure it's me you're looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time, right? Oh, and perhaps your sword. You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, despite the look of the thing, and that awful stench, people wolf it down. So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself. Had a peek at the book and gave it a go, but, well...
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped. Ivan had the same problem.
Yeah, but this is my blimmin' kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favorites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
Alright, jeez. Okay, I kinda got a world to save, but I'll help you with your weird food.
I've never been one to play favorites, Molly. And I would be only too happy to lend you a hand. So, what's on the menu this time?
A fried mortress of skyworm. That's one heck of a name, innit? Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Thought I'd followed it to a T. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were. At least I hope they're not, given the rancid mess they made.
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even exist anymore?
Well, that's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you say? Perhaps you know of one? Kindly old fella who haunts the shelves, maybe?
Fine. I'll go and speak to Harpocrates. Perhaps he'll know something.
Why didn't you do
I'll
that?
see if I can find your ingredients for you.
You do that. Lest we forget, you've got a reputation to uphold.
Alright, prioritize quests, not to be outdone. Alrighty, so look, it's the Drake's Fang cakes. Or breads, rather.
Sid! Look what the Cursebreakers brought back from Dalmekia. Said they were all the rage in Dalamil. Looks sort of funny if you ask me.
I'll be damned.
Have you had one before?
Something smells good. What are we having?
Bombs! And they are good. You should try one.
This is a neat little cutscene. Wasn't even marked or anything.
Eh? A bloody great hole in it. Who ate the rest?
It's supposed to be hollow, silly. Haven't you ever seen Drake's Fang?
Well, people are going to be like, what the hell is this now that I've destroyed Drake's Fang? Alright, well that was a cute little cutscene with a little bit of continuity there. Alright. Neato. So this actually isn't even Harpocrates, this is someone
There's a
Oh.
else.
storm coming, Sid. Will there be thunder?
I mean, I can call down thunder if you want.
Sid, perhaps you can help me solve a mystery.
I can certainly try. Who's gone missing this time?
It's not who, but what. Mid-scales, the ones she made for her workshop. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, well, they vanished. My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with their having disappeared. Which almost certainly means they had everything to do with it.
Alright, Miss Shirley.
Perhaps a visit from Sid will jog their memories.
I think it just might. Thank you. I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice but to discipline them accordingly. They were in the atrium when I last saw them. As always.
Gonna discipline them? You should make them apprentice under Charon. Charon will, or Blackthorn. Either one. They'd whip them into shape.
Lawsman Harpocrates, I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the book you lent Ivan.
Ah, Valisthea, A Culinary Pilgrimage, a classic. One of my favorites, in fact. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more such marvels in due course.
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm livers and drake's mint.
Ah, so the fabled Sandbrequois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful. The descriptions of fried mortress never fail to make my mouth water. Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern, their ground livers being the paste from which the mortress is made.
Dragon livers. How very Sandbrequois.
Not dragons specifically.
Thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but apparently not. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very color of the sea beside which it resides.
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about the drake's mint?
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance, a herb which grows along the North Reach coast. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone, so I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding them. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life, in which regard fried mortress of skyworm is undoubtedly a typical dish of the time.
Meaning that if I find one, I find the other. To Northreach, then.
Best of luck, Clive.
Oh,
Do save me a bite once the dish is complete.
a wyvern eats like an herb? Interesting, not what I would have expected.
Is a storm coming?
Alright, well, let's continue over here and grab our other side quest, and then, yeah, I gotta go speak with the kids in the atrium. Be like, what have you been doing, you shits? Goots!
What am I gonna do?
What about skies, Goots? I reckon these skies are enough to give anyone the collywobbles, but I'm not gonna sit around hanging my head and twiddling my thumbs. Then enough of that back in Twinside, but you were busy fighting that horrible dragon, and then that even horribler one.
No more.
From now on, I'm gonna do what you lot do and properly pull my finger out, no matter how much my knees are knocking. Can't have Nan and Blackthorn thinking I'm a great big wet blanket now, can I? So don't you worry about me, you just stick to what you do best, saving the world. Thanks.
Is everything alright, Goots? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle. Oh, I think Nan might be in trouble, and she's...
It's alright. You can tell me.
There was a trader came by. One of our usuals, like, said he'd heard some rotten rumours about her down Dalimil Way. Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin or two, aye, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind who go hurting people who haven't done out. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'll give us a tongue lashing. She'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would she?
I don't know about that. She would, but yeah, I'm not afraid of one.
Don't worry. I'll speak to her.
Oh, thanks, Clive. You'll let me know what she says, won't you?
Of course. I'm sure it's all just a misunderstanding.
Alrighty. There we go. So now we have all the things we need to follow up on. I guess I should speak with Charon first. She is right here. Hey, Charon. Why are you selling the bandits, huh?
Lady Charon. How's business?
Not nearly as foul as the weather.
You're doing good trade then? Both in and out of the hideaway?
Can't complain. Wait. What exactly are you getting at? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care. But here you are today, raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto.
Just asking. Out of interest. All right. I'm here because I was told that certain rumors have been circulating. About you selling weapons to brigands.
Oh, are you? And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my evil exploits?
I didn't exactly hear firsthand. All I know is that someone in Dalimil has been spreading word to that effect.
And what? You believe it? You think I'm profiting off the blood of innocents, do you? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could line my pocket. But that woman is no more. And you'd know that if you'd ever paid the slightest bit of notice.
You're right, Lady Charon. I apologize. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
Aye, it was. Now, I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a poor old woman.
Of course. Good day.
We gotta go stop these rumors. Or is that gonna be the entire quest? Just tell Goots. Maybe Goots is gonna be like, can you go to have them stop spreading the rumors?
I spoke with Lady Charon.
What did she say?
That the rumors were unfounded. And that I was a fool for thinking they might hold any truth. Along with some other things that made her feelings clear. And while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in her past, she says those days are behind her.
Oh, well, that's good. I knew Nan wasn't caught up in out bad. But why would people say she was? What did she ever do to them? It's not right.
No, it's not. But people do things for all sorts of reasons. Perhaps we'll never know.
Well, I'm going to find out. That trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dalimil. So that's where I'm going. I'll find someone who'll tell me, you'll see.
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever's spreading these rumors means Charon ill.
Oh, right. But that's why you'll be coming with me, isn't it, Clive?
I suppose it is.
Alright, we're gonna go protect Goots. Rendezvous with Goots in Dalimil. Alright, we gotta go speak with the kids in the atrium. Son, on his own son's spear? For fuck's sake.
We're all gonna die! You hear
Shirley! The Akashic are coming and they won't stop until they've slaughtered every single one of us!
How do you suppose they'll manage that? You ever seen one of the blue bastards swim?
I mean, good call. Couldn't there be Akashic fish that attack us or something? But I guess they couldn't get on land to get us.
We should do. I say we should just tell Miss Shirley.
You'll get us all straight. I'm telling you, I can fix them.
Oh, you fools. Hey, you little shits.
Sid! Hard at your studies, I see. And what is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
No. Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore, it's not. Oh!
And just how long hasn't it been one?
We're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Just like Miss Mididol showed us.
Miss Mididol? And why would she have you dismembering her creations?
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-neer.
Miss Mididol said, the best way to see how something works is to take it apart and put it back together again.
Well then, your work is already half done. Carry on.
About that.
The taking apart was easy enough, but it's the putting back we can't work out.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then...
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall we?
Inspect scales? Wait, I'm gonna do it?
Alright. Everything here was once part of Miss Mididol's scales. Every piece has its own role to play, and each is just as important as the others.
Look at Clive being a
If
teacher.
one of them is missing, the scales won't work. So let's think about what those roles might be. You already know one of the pieces. The body. Its role is to support everything else. But what of the others?
Okay, which part will you inspect? The arm, the pans, the gear. I think the arm would probably be important.
This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo wing!
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride one day?
I'll think about it. Now, what do arms do?
Hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
Good thinking. You're on the right track.
Wow, we're straight up just teaching these kids. Look at Clive being a wholesome little teacher. So, next comes the gear, I would imagine.
This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen one before?
I have. Miss Mididol's dungeon is full of them. Most are on the floor.
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin round and round and round and round and...
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple. And then somebody ate it.
It's not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it before lunch.
We know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to move. So, let's put the pieces together first, see what doesn't move, and then stick the cogwheel to that.
Not a bad idea. You see? It's not so difficult.
Alright, and then yeah, the pans being the final thing.
These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
Hey, you're cooking it.
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry bangers. But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. They're for weighing stuff. But what if I wanted to weigh Goots? I don't think he'd fit on that little thing.
Probably not.
What are the chains for? Holding the pans up?
Well spotted. Which means something must hold the chains up in turn.
Alright, we're done.
So, Now that we've taken stock of the parts and learned what they do, what do you think?
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where, and I'll put the scales together.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. Or wings, if you're a chocobo. And then the arms hold the pans by the chains.
Very good. Let's see if that works. There. All finished.
Yes! We did it!
Well, with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together. It was you three engineers who showed me how.
Why is the gear still sitting on the table?
We're Miss Mididol's hairs.
Her hairs?
Yeah, hairs for the future. She's showing us her secrets now, so we can help out the hideaway when we're older.
What do you think, Sid? Are we almost ready?
With a little more help from Miss Mididol and Miss Shirley, I'd say it won't be long at all.
You hear that? It won't be long.
Until then, though, do try to be honest with Miss Shirley.
That was a pretty wholesome quest.
Hey, look! We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you?
I mean, I noticed that too. Oh, look at Clive. Look at Clive be a dad. What a dad. All right, let's go back and speak with Shirley, and then we're out of here.
We're all gonna die.
Okay. Afka, let's cool it. All right. Let's cool it. Bam bam. Down. I mean, I always kind of, now that I'm thinking about it, I've always like, do scales need like a cog or a gear? Shouldn't they, don't they just like, you know, work off of force by pulling the other side down if the other side's heavier and stuff like that? I guess the arm would need something to allow it to actually like kind of bend and move. So, otherwise it's just an arm. But I was thinking you could just like put something in the middle and then have it like kind of go down on one side or the other depending on what's heavier. You wouldn't need a cog for that, I wouldn't think. But I don't know, I'm stupid. I'm not an engineer.
Well, did you solve the mystery?
It was as you thought. The children had the scales, or the parts of them at least. They dismantled them to see how they worked.
Oh, no, Mid will have my head.
Thankfully she won't. This might even have been her idea. Although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I know how busy you are. I shall see that the children are properly punished.
Please, there's no need. Mid seems to have taken the three of them under her wing. She's even calling them her heirs. She'd have them follow in her footsteps. And her father's.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has been spending so much time at the hideaway of late?
She hasn't.
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in Canva. Is that not true?
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. In exchange for full tuition, room and board, they asked her to oversee the design of several new war engines. To anyone else it would be an opportunity, but to Mid, who lost both her parents to war, it was a bitter pill. One she was none too keen to swallow. But that should come as no surprise. She's only ever cared about bringing people hope. The very last thing war can be said to do.
Which explains her heirs. She's working to give them a better life. And so should I. What's the odd engineering lesson?
Ah, you've given them far more than that. And I'm sure they're very grateful.
Alright, here we go. Cool. Dunzo. Got some pretty simple stuff for that. So, yeah, now we just gotta get out of here. So, That place. Oh, there is a quest at my reading table that I can actually grab. Oh. It wasn't actually marked on the map. I thought there was another quest I was missing. Alright. Humble request. Sebastian Rutherford. Sinasol to Lord Byron Rosfield. Master Clive, I apologize for this sudden and untoward gesture. Circumstances have forced me to seek immediate aid, and there is none other to whom I may turn. Your most esteemed Lord Uncle has presented me with a task most vexing, and I fear I am wholly unable to perform to his vaulted expectations, namely due to a marked lack of martial aptitude on my part. To wit, I am but a manservant, not a mercenary. While I maintain a fitness ample to attend to the needs of the manor, to the attending of bandits and back alleys, I am sorely ill-equipped. If it please you, my lord, prithee come and see me at Martha's Rest, while I shall proceed to explain my predicament in full.
Rutherford. Wasn't that the name of my uncle's manservant? Why would he be at Martha's Rest?
Alright. Smooth like Butler. It's the name of the quest. Fantastic. Alright, so now we can go ahead and get out of here. Unfortunately, I do need to go to this place before it'll let me travel wherever I want. But, that is fine. Central Dalmekia. Cloak and dagger. Alright.
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Canville was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
Damn, Clive, I understand you're worried about Gav, but I mean, shit. Let Joshua just have a little bit of fun, eh? Especially considering it doesn't seem like he has, like, you know, long to live and all of that shit. So the fields of Karava, I believe, it said south of what? Tabor? Tovani, the Sickle, Dalamil. I want to say it said it was south of... No. Tabor was what they just said. I'm pretty sure the fields of Karava was what it said, but let's just go, because I don't quite remember. Let's just go do the side stories instead. I actually remember those. I remember it was in the fields of Karava, but the fields of Karava are kind of big.
Bandits may be known, but look what they've left us.
So let's just check this out.
Hard to find gates.
He's a very large lad. Alright, so hi. Hey, Goots.
Could be I know
Puppy.
something more. What's it worth to you?
I've got 100 gil and a chocobo feather. Clive, listen! I found someone who says he's heard the rumors about Nan.
Have you?
Go on. Tell him what you told me.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Charon's been selling steel to whoever will pay her price, be they knight or knave. Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll wage. And the more war being waged, the more call for swords and spears. And who will they all turn to keep them in steel? Why, the good Reaper herself.
And you've seen this Reaper at work?
Aye, it just so happens I have. You'll find her right here plying her trade most days.
Here in Dalamil? Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market, But if you're not the patient type, you can probably find her at her storehouse on the edge of town. But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that particular nest of vipers. Feeling bold, traveler? I hope so, for your sake. Now, if that's all, I have places to be.
Sorry to have kept you.
I can fire laser beams. I think I'm good.
You don't think Nan's the Reaper, do you?
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places at once.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Eh? What do you mean?
Lady Charon hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running this stall he spoke of?
Good question. I'll go and have a look.
And I'll visit this storehouse on the edge of town.
All right, but be careful, Clive.
I'll think about it.
You too, Goots.
Alright. Well, the storehouse is right there. Unfortunately I gotta walk out this way to get over there. But so yeah, this is someone whose name is also Karen, and also happens to be an old crone. Or someone posing as Karen. Those are the two options.
Safety of the town is in our hands.
Alright. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to crack some heads, huh? At least we got the whole squad with us, like I mentioned. That'll make things a lot easier.
Brave the viper's nest.
Hello.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit thick.
I thought this was a trap.
It was a fairly unconvincing tale. So, what now?
That's up to you. Die a slow death, or a quick one. Boys, he's all yours. But that sword is mine.
Are you sure? I don't think this is a good idea, friends. Okay. Well then.
We can pretend this didn't happen.
Oh, yep, that was the thing. And yep. This is going about exactly how I expected it to. I don't see stuff. I don't know what's going on over there, but I see fire flying, so I'm guessing Joshua's doing Joshua things. Ooh, did you just cure? No, bad. That is a no. That is a bad. Don't you? Wait, you're not the one. Here you are, you stupid prick. No. Hired muscle? More like hired heels. Get out of here. Oh my god, there are two? How annoying. Hey, where's the other one? There you are. Listen here, you annoying little prick. We're gonna go ahead and do one of these. There you go. You're not getting away from me. Hello. God, all those stupid healers were very, very annoying. There we are. Oh, there you are. I was like, where'd you go? Thank you, Jill. Enemy slain. Got a few ability points out of that, I'll take it.
Oh, you've done it now.
Go on. Tell me what I've done.
When the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your head. He only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to Charon's skirts. You weren't even supposed to be here. Who the hell are you, anyway?
What were you going to do to him?
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to Charon. I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction once he arrived in Dalamil. But then you turned up. Well, go on then. If you're going to end me, end me.
You're not worth the effort. Now be gone. Before I change my mind.
Can't we at least, like, give him a good punch?
Fucking coward!
Like, come on, at least break his nose.
Right now.
We don't have to kill him, but, you know, we can break his nose or something. How dare you insult my friend Goots?
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty-pated lout!
Stop calling me names! And stop spreading them horrible lies about Nan!
Well, that will be easy enough. For they are not lies. Every last word is true. And she must pay for her crimes in blood.
Lord!
Goose, are you all right?
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only right. She ruined my life and the lives of countless others. That loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime, and I will not allow it to continue. Goots, was it? I have no quarrel with you. Only with your employer. Run along now. You need not pay for her sins.
No.
No?
I don't care what she did. I won't let you hurt Nan. Promise me you won't hurt her, or I'll kill you myself!
Goots, no.
Enough, all of you!
But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalamil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in my fairy years came to mind. Though it was just Bogan back then, wasn't it? I thought the years might have taught you some sense, but I see you're the same pants-pissing craven you've always been. What was it we called you? Wet legs?
You bitch! Everything that happened, it was all your fault! And now you'll finally pay for what you did to me!
Goots, you...
If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck.
You great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle this myself. So, wet legs, you remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye. Wise words, Sam. Wise words. And now, it's time to collect.
Oh, God. Fuck. So are you the one that took Charon's eye?
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Oh my God, Charon's scary. Not only does she have fantastic insults, she's scary as shit. You get him, Grandma.
Is he...
Dead? No. But I reckon he wishes he was. It ain't easy going through life one eye short of a pair. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same routes. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind. But that didn't stop him taking his little revenge. So I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients. I always knew he'd be back one day to claim his due. But he crossed a line dragging poor Goots into this. He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? Legs too. But what if he comes back again?
What if he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. He'll learn his lesson soon enough. But something tells me the wet legs has learned it already. Right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted quite enough attention already. Ta-ra, Clive.
God, Charon's such a badass.
Remind me never to cross you, Charon.
Exactly. The lesson of the day is don't fuck with Charon. Well, I mean, we already do that, but shit, that's the darkest it's gotten. All right, well then, we're gonna go ahead and end this episode off here. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more.